All right. We are recording. Go ahead, Alina.
The first reason is the decreasing number of family members. Yeah, because of that, I think the teenagers has the limited time to interact with family members. That's they are very easy to feel lonely. Also, the increasing divorce rate also makes teenagers feel very lonely. I think. Yeah, I heard more than 50% of US, actually 46% in South Korea and 45% in US has a divorce rate. It's so very high. Because of that, teenagers feel very lonely, and also the cell phone addiction. Because more than 5 hours per day, people spend time to use the cell phone. I think that's why they, even though they use SNS, they don't know how to make a deep close relationship, I think. As youth leaders, I think the teenage preachers and leaders should understand the characteristic of teenagers and try to become their true friends. I think if the teenagers know that God and also the word of truth, I think they will feel happy. Yeah, that's all.
Oh, thank you for sharing your opinion. It's my turn. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think today one of the biggest reasons of growing loneliness among teenagers is the widespread use of smartphone and social media. While digital communication has increased, face-to-face interaction have significantly declined, leading to weaker social connection. To address this crisis, youth leader must prioritize building genuine relationship with teenagers. This means through listening to them, spending time with them, and earning their trust. But beyond that, the most powerful way to help is to introduce them to Jesus Christ, share the gospel, and pray for them consistently. I'd like to share my experience in South Korea. A high school girl struggling with self-harm and suicidal thought needed deeper support. I met with her twice a week for prayer, Bible study, and encouragement to know Jesus. Over 2 years of constant fellowship, she was led to church, connected with faithful Christian friends, and joined a small group for spiritual growth. Eventually, she encountered Jesus and made a decision to follow Jesus. Thank you.
Amen.
My name is Yanli Hu. I think of often times the 3 reasons the teenagers are feeling lonely right nowadays. First is too much social media. The students lose their interpersonal communication skills. Second reason, there are too many activities for the students to join today. All the sports, all the entertainment, just very a wider range of options. So the students, when they have a chance to do something meaningful, they will go to different directions and no time for them to actually do something together to develop a friendship. Third reason is that the students today, they have the mindset I am the they are told, okay, do you, be you, for you. Like myself is the most important person. If I don't feel like it, then that must be something wrong, or I don't want to do it. So there's no obedience to authority, no accommodation to others. do not consider other people's needs. So that kind of mindset will make the teenagers feel lonelier. That's the three reasons I feel. Okay. And to relate to that, to help them, I think, to actually spend time with them, go down to their level, try to have authenticity in the relationship to build that bridge. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so for one of the things that I think is leading most to teenagers dealing with loneliness today is just far too many connections. I think even just a decade or two ago, the amount of potential connections that people had was very limited. Today, you can have 3 different activities to be a part of in a day, and then just get so overwhelmed. And so I think whenever we have only so much bandwidth in our social lives, I think we can quickly go through it. And I think it leaves us in a place where, because there's so many opportunities to be connected, we've gotten to a point where we get so overwhelmed by the potential to connection that we ultimately just end up feeling lonely and burnt out, that we don't even want to put forth any effort into those potential connections that we can have. And it can be even the same people that live in the same house. There's just so much going on. I think one of the big things for leaders today that we need to be looking at is just including teenagers in our day-to-day life, where we have opportunities to minister to people in the church and the congregation, bringing teenagers along with us, just to kind of just see ministry and just how easy and simple that it can be. I think would give them a better example to do that, but then give you time with them just to talk and just see how they're doing. So just having just those simple conversations and relationships with them can put less pressure on them to have these connections.
Awesome. Thanks, Josh. I'll roll with the trend of relationships, especially within the church. I think I find it so shocking that so many of our believing kids who are in the church have so few relationships, meaningful relationships with older men and women in the church. And I think as church leaders, even if we're not youth pastors, youth ministers, that we have a responsibility to make sure that for the sake of the whole body, the older members of the church have meaningful relationships with the younger ones, are pouring down the wisdom in that Psalm 78 way that we see. We're called to do it. And those gaps feel so big because for so long, the generational gaps, that is, for so long, we haven't been nurturing those relationships. In fact, we've been siloing. We have our senior adult ministry, we have our young adults, we have our parents with kids, youth ministry, middle school ministry, children's ministry, and those seem to function very organizationally as long as they don't cross lanes, and we've lost some really good relationship and discipleship potential there. And I think that's a big factor in why we see so much loneliness in the church. I'll cap it there, guys. Thank you for meeting so late, and I will get this to the TA for y'all. I appreciate you, and I'll get back to y'all. If you like this time slot, we can do it again, or we can try for a more reasonable time in the future. But now that we have everyone's contact, I can reach out to you a little more quickly, and we can figure some things out at a better time.
Cool.
All right, guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much today.
You got it. Bye-bye now.
Have a good night.